All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Christopher. I'm a third-year med student here at The Ohio State University College of Medicine, planning on applying to orthopedic surgery. We just finished our surgery and OB-GYN ground school, and I did not really like the instructional videos they had on how to hand tie, so I figured I could make one better. And this is just going to be right-handed and then left-handed, one-handed surgeon's knot, which is the only knot I've ever been asked to hand tie in the OR. I've had a good amount of practice with these with some orthopedic surgery residents, so I wanted to show you guys my way, which I'm sure it's not a unique way to me, but I don't like the other videos I've seen online, so I wanted to share this. So we're going to start with reins of the horse, okay? So we've got our shoestrings pointed down in our palms, down, and then we've got the strings wrapped over our knuckles. So we're going to ride the horse, okay, like reins on a horse. We're going to karate chop. So we've got our middle two fingers, our middle finger of our right hand and our ring finger of our right hand, karate chopping the posterior aspect of the orange string. And then with our left hand, which we don't really need to move at all, we can keep nice and tight, but I'm using shoestrings here, so everything's a little bit loose. I'm going to go to the chest side, my chest side of the left hand string, and I'm going to use like the ball of my middle finger, the meaty aspect, to pull the left hand string in and put the nail of my right middle finger on the right hand string, on the right hand aspect of the right hand string, and then I'm going to pinch it with my right ring finger, okay? So what have I done now? We've created a loop right in here, and I'll do this at a different angle later to show you guys a little bit better, but that's what we've got going on. We got this loop. So we're pinched, we're gonna relax the rest of our right hand, and we're gonna twist our wrist through, and then we can just drag the string on through, okay? So we haven't really had to move our left hand at all. So we've got one throw done. What are we gonna do next? We're gonna do the exact same thing. I'll answer why in a second. So we're still riding the horse. Karate chop, chest aspect of the left, split your fingers, pinch the right hand string with the right middle and right ring finger, drag it on through. Okay, then we can push it down. There we go, nice and snug. So here we've thrown the same throw twice. What does that give us? That has given us a slip knot. And yeah, you can see that well. Okay, cool. The slip knot allows us to loosen or tighten however much we want on whatever we're trying to secure. So in our case, it's the silver shoestring. So we've got our slip knot that we can loosen and tighten. And why is this useful? So the slip knot can open or close, tighten or loosen, loosen or tighten, on whatever structure it is that you're trying to secure. And the more throws of the same style you have, the more slip knots you have on top of each other, which increase the friction, so the holding force, in case you're trying to secure a deep fascial layer or something like that, before you can throw your locking throw. So the more throws of the same style you have, so like we're going to do another one right here, the more friction you keep in the knot, so the less likely it can move when you before you try to lock it down. Yeah, so we've got three now, so nice and frictiony. When we keep our post nice and vertical, the post is starting here and it continues in a straight line up, so it allows our loops to slide on something. Now I have three knots here, so there's a good amount of friction, but I can still open and close it. So we keep our post pretty much vertical, pretty much perpendicular to the thing that we're tying to until we want to lock it down. So when we lock it down, we are going to use our, so we're going to still ride the horse, start with riding the horse, and we're going to, instead of karate chopping, we're going to make a finger gun with our right hand. And now with our left hand post that's still, nice, vertical, tight, we can think about a loop again. So previously when we went on the chest side, we could make a loop because of where the right hand string was in our hand. But now you can see there's no loop here. So we have to go from on the posterior, put the ball of the right pointer finger onto the posterior aspect of the left hand string. And now we have a semblance of a loop right there. Nice. So from there, we're going to drag the right hand pointer finger nail onto the right hand orange string. And we're going to pull it through this little baby loop that we've made, as we can see right there, pointing with my pinky. And then we are going to take our right middle finger, pinch the orange string onto our right middle finger, onto our right index finger. And then we're going to drag it on through, and then we can pull like this, nice and tight. We go both ways, and then it's sort of locked down differently than it was. As we can see, we've got some slip knots, and then we've got the knots in the same, like pointing. Can you see that? Yeah. Pointing the same way, like on the two knots, one on the outside of the previous throw and one on the inside of the previous throw. This provides us that increased friction to lock it down. So now this, it's not really moving. And then what do? We throw the first way, karate chop way again, and then we throw another locker, and then we're good. Okay, nice and snug. Nothing's moving anywhere. Okay, so let me show you the same handed way from a different angle. All right, so now we're going to do this from a different angle. We still ride the horse. We go karate chop, bring it in, put our fingers, our middle two right hand fingers, on the anterior aspect of the left hand string. We're going to split our fingers, drag the left hand string here. We see that we have this little loop right there that I'm tracing a little with my left pointer finger. We're going to pinch the orange string between our right middle finger and our right ring finger. We're going to relax the rest of our right hand, and we're just going to go right on through. Okay. Yay. Good. Now we're going to finger gun again. Here, let me show you a little cleaner. There we go. Finger gun. We're going to go on the posterior aspect of the left hand string with our right ball of the index finger. With the three fingers, the additional fingers in my left hand and my right hand, we're going to tension the string to make it a little bit easier to get our right index finger nail onto the right hand aspect of the right string, to then put it down into this loop that we see here, right there, with like a flick of the wrist, sort of. And then we can bring that middle finger to pinch against the right index finger nail, and then we can just keep on going through. And then our post, there we go, nice and snug. All right, everyone, so this is, we're gonna do the left hand now. This will be a little bit more indicative of how we'd actually do it in a case, just because, I'm gonna show you with a little bit more, like a more tension on my post and things like that. So we're gonna start the exact same. We're gonna ride the horse, right? There we go, okay? So riding the horse, right hand is the post. So we are going to karate chop the posterior aspect of our left hand string. We're gonna bring it to the anterior aspect of our post. We're gonna split our middle and ring finger, okay, creating a loop. As we can see, that's the loop right there, okay? And we're going to pinch between our left middle and left ring fingers, relax the rest of our left hand, and we can just pull it through, there we go. My stand here is kind of in my way, so it's not as pretty as I want it to be. But we've got our post, still straight up and down. We didn't really move our right hand at all. We're gonna do the exact same thing again, okay? So we've got karate chop, we're forward, okay? We're gonna bring it around, pinch, come through, there we go, different angle, through with our very, very long string, and now we can cinch it down. So as we can see, we have a slip knot again, woohoo. So to lock it, we're gonna go finger gun around the back side, pull to like tension the left hand, put the nail of our left index finger onto the left hand side string. We're gonna drag it through this hole. So you can see, gesturing with my right pinky, there's a hole right here, okay? So nice and tight. Drag it through and bring out our left middle finger, pinch, and then continue dragging it through. So now we have our completed knot nice and snug, and we'll do it again. Okay, so now we're going to do this again. We're going to karate chop. Nice. Come under, split, pinch, whip on through this hole right here. That hole, bring it down, keep our post nice and snug. Okay, we're going to lock, and then that's one throw. Now we're going to lock it, so we're going to go finger gun around, tension with the other fingers of our left hand, and now we've got a hole right, we've got a loop right here, as we can see. Nail of our left index, dragging the left hand string through, pinching with our left middle finger against our left index finger, and then we can drag it through, and then we can just tighten it nice and snug. So there we go, left hand and right hand. And that's completed.